Hey everybody, welcome to 4.7. It is the last lesson of chapter 4, not 1, it's chapter 4, last lesson of chapter 4, talking about triangle inequalities. As you're thinking right now, I hope you're thinking, okay, inequalities, what is an inequality? We are going to be talking about greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, those inequalities. Let's have some fun. Hope you're excited to learn how to use triangle measurements to decide which side is the longest and which angle is the largest. And the way we do that is by writing down these angle-side relationships. Okay, so please write this down and we will discuss them. All right, it says, if two sides of a triangle are not congruent, then the larger angle is opposite of the longer side. So if you look at this triangle in the hypothesis, it says that AB, this side AB is longer than BC, which means the opposite angle, which is angle C, is longer than the opposite angle of BC, which is angle A. Okay, same thing on the bottom. If two angles of a triangle are not congruent, then the longer side is opposite the larger angle. So the longest side of a triangle is opposite the largest angle. Same thing. If you have the smallest side of a triangle, it is opposite of the smallest angle, so on and so forth. And then the exact same opposite of that, largest angle is opposite the largest side, smallest angle is opposite smallest side. Okay, so let's try an example. It says write the angles in order from smallest to largest. And the way you do that is you focus on which side is the smallest, which side is the largest. Because remember, the smallest side is opposite the smallest angle. Largest side is opposite largest angle. So looking at this triangle FGH, we search for, it says smallest to largest, so we're searching for the smallest side. So we have 19.6, 20.4, and 17.2. That tells me that GH, which is 17.2, is the smallest side. So which is the smallest angle? The angle opposite of GH, which is angle F. So angle F is the smallest angle in triangle FGH because it's the opposite of the smallest side. Okay, same thing. Next, we're going in order. So which one is the middle length of the side? Okay, which is 19.6. 19.6 is the next largest, which is FG. The angle opposite of FG is angle H. So angle H is the next biggest next biggest angle. Last but not least, we have 20.4. 20.4 is the largest side. So that tells me that FH is the largest side, which then leads me to believe that angle G, which is the opposite angle of FH, is the largest angle. Okay, so the largest angle is opposite the largest side, and vice versa. The longest side is opposite the largest angle. Okay, here we go. Let's try. It says write the sides in order from shortest to longest. Now we're given angle lengths. Okay, but now we need to figure out the shortest sides and the longest sides. But first, we are missing something. What are we missing? We're missing angle R. So figure out which sides are the shortest and which side is the longest based on the information you are given. All right, we'll see what you came up with, because remember, you had to write this down. All right, so the very first thing, we need to figure out what angle R is. And the only way to figure out angle R is by using our triangle information. We know what are the lengths of all the angles combined? 180. If we know 2, we add those together, 72 degrees plus 60 degrees, and you get 132 degrees. Subtract that from our total length, our total measure, which is 180, and you get 48 degrees. Now that we know all three angle measures, we can go right in order from shortest to longest. Again, shortest. So we're looking for the shortest side, it is opposite the smallest angle. So what's the smallest angle? 48 degrees. So our opposite of that shortest side is PQ. Okay, then moving up, our next largest side is 60 degrees, angle P, which means the opposite side of side QR. Last but not least, we are looking for the largest angle measure, which is 72 degrees, which is the opposite of the longest side, which is PR. Okay, don't forget that. The largest angle is opposite the longest side. The longest side is opposite the largest angle. Awesome. Okay, new information. You do not have to write this down. It says a triangle is formed by 3 segments, which we know that, but not every set of 3 segments can form a triangle. So if you look down below, you will see an example of what lengths can be and an example of what lengths cannot be. So 744 can form a triangle, 733 cannot form a triangle. And the reason is because of this theorem, the triangle inequality theorem. There must be a certain relationship that exists between the lengths of the segments in order for them to form a triangle. It says the sum of any 2 sides of a triangle must be greater than the third side of the triangle. Okay? In other words, AB must be added together with BC must be greater than AC. BC plus AC must be greater than AB. AC plus AB is greater than BC. A nice way to do this is to find the smallest 2 side lengths, add them together to see if they equal the largest side length. If that is true, must be greater than that third side length. If that is true, then it can be a triangle. Okay, smallest 2 sides must add up to equal that, to be greater than that third side. All right, so let's try the one here. It says, tell whether a triangle can have sides with the given lengths. And make sure you explain your answer. You're not just showing your work, you need to explain your answer in the end. So the very first thing, using that theorem that we just found out, the triangle inequality theorem, we know that if we add the 2 smallest sides together, it must be greater than that third side. So the 2 smallest sides, 7 and 10, I'm going to add those together, and it must be greater than 19. Add them together, we get 17. Is 17 greater than 19? Absolutely not. It never has been. It never will be. So 17 is not greater than 19. So, can this triangle have these side lengths? Absolutely not. Why not? Because the sum of the 2 smallest sides is not larger than the longest side. Okay, you need to have your work to help you explain your answer. So make sure you have your work and you have your explanation. You need both of those. All right, the last lesson of chapter 4 is a nice, quick, easy one. I hope you noticed it was a nice, quick, easy one. If not, again, any questions, make sure you ask me tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you can't wait for the upcoming homework. Woohoo! I know you love it. All right, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good day.